Yo, good morning. It's a super cold and rainy day, and we were supposed to go to the flea market today, but obviously when it's cold and rainy like this, they cancel it. So I just went all the way to Yokohama to see if we can find some good faraway hard offs. And yeah, here we are, man. It's quiet, it's cold, but I wanted to do this a while ago, so we might as well do it today. It really got cold quick. I'm out here wearing hoodies, and I should have brought a jacket maybe, but yeah, let's see what they have here, man. And yeah, of course, we're gonna keep going for the N64 collection, so let's see what they have at this hard off. Let's go, I'm excited. So they've got a bit of a concentrated retro game collection here. It's they do have a little bit of an N64 selection over here, so let's see what we can find. And here they have a beautiful Donkey Kong 64, 6160. That's not bad looking at all. It's got the complete set with the expansion pack.
Nintendo Donkey Kong 64 Memory 拡張パックとセットで登場 Donkey Kong.
Then they have Super Smash Brothers, which I already have. I recently got some online games, so I guess we should cut to those for a little bit too. But yeah, cool to find for 2,200. Not a terrible price. Alright, so welcome back to the studio. I just wanted to show you some stuff that I got online over the weekend, because it happens, right? You find something online, you want it, and it's a good price, but how do you work that into a video? Well, here we are. So I recently got this cherry blue N64. It's really cool. It came with 3 controllers, not just this one. So there's also a red and a yellow controller, which is pretty cool to find. And there were also 3 games, which check 3 big games off of our list. We've got Super Mario Story or Paper Mario. We've got Kirby 64, and we've got Super Smash Brothers. And there were also a bunch of loose games thrown in, which is kind of cool, but I have doubles of these now. This is Pokemon Snap, Donkey Kong 64, and we have Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium Gold and Silver, which is, it's really cool. For 9,000 yen, that's usually what a console like this and one controller goes for by itself. It came with the power supply and some cable connectors. So this is definitely gonna replace my current golden N64. I really don't like the color of this. I think it's cool. It was only available in Toys R Us in Japan, which was a thing in the 90s or 2000s, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't like the way it looks. It doesn't really blend in with my setup. I'm probably gonna just open up a little eBay store or whatever to sell some of these loose cards and this N64. So let me know in the comments if you guys are interested in that. They're not gonna be expensive. I'm pretty much just gonna probably sell them for what I paid for them, just so they can go to a different owner that can appreciate them more. So yeah, now we have 2 ice blue controllers. We got this one at the flea market a couple videos back, and this one we have now. It's really cool. It'd be really cool if we get a full set of 4 controllers and an ice blue N64. I'm probably gonna use Voltar's mod to RGB mod this one because it'll look great on my Trinitron. And yeah, back to the video. And Blast Dozer for 2,200. Like I said, we're focusing on the cheap commons for now. This is not an uncommon game, so let's put this one back. Then here's Puyo Puyo Sun for 550. Definitely a game that I'm after, and for such a good price. This is definitely a really good find. Pretty happy about this one. Let's go. Then if we look up here, whatever this is, Jesus, well, what a game. I guess it's based on a game show. Apparently another 1080, which for 1,100. Good thing we left the other one back when we did. And for 2,200, Top Gear Overdrive, another classic. And while we're at it, they definitely have quite the Game Boy selection over here, and you know what, don't mind if I do. Here's a Mario's Picross 2 for 800 yen. That is definitely coming home with me as well. I left the other one for like 1,000 yen, but at 800 yen, this is a great find. Definitely going on to my maybe pile. Let's see what else they have. If those ones are such a good price. They've got Puyo Puyo for 60-50. Cool, but not what we're looking for today. We've got Dancing Furby. Did not know this existed. Dancing Furby for 300 yen. Sure. We'll go for a complete Game Boy collection later on. And here we go, 324 Hamster 2. Okay, on the Game Boy Color. There are so many Hamster games. I'm gonna leave these, but at some point we're definitely gonna go for a complete Hamsters game collection, right? And then hidden in all the Game Boy games, it's a WonderSwan color game, Final Fantasy 2 for 1,000 yen. Not bad, not bad. Here's a cool one, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Advance 3 on the Game Boy Advance. This is a cool port of these. I like the widescreen versions of these games. And Made in Wario. For some reason, this game always looked sun-faded to me, but that's just the way it is. That's just the color. Even online, I've seen comments like, why is this game so sun-faded? But no, that's just the color of this box. It's just weird like that. 1,000 yen is not a bad price for this. Then, really cool Kart-only Zelda DX. If this was in the box, I would have gotten it for that price. But yeah, I don't think you're going to find this for 1,100 yen in the box. And look at these. They have all these cool posters down here. These are official, I think, manual type posters for the Family Basic. 1,000 yen. Cool to find out here by themselves. And they've got some disc system games for 1,300. Mario Golf, Ultraman, and the more complete version of the Mario. Oh, so this is Mario Golf Japan course. I see, and then this is the American course. That's kind of cool. Still need some disc system games, but we got to stay focused on the mission, boys. Look how cool this Donkey Kong Country 2, what is this? Yeah, strategy guide on how to complete 100% of all this stuff. This is cool. 1,000 yen is a bit much for a strategy guide, but yeah. Really cool Boku no Natsuyasumi notebook. This is Boku no Natsuyasumi 3. Didn't know there was a third one. That's kind of cool. This is a strategy guide, but it's shaped as a notebook. And then look at here, some complete in-box Virtual Boy games. We've got Galactic Pinball and another golf game, 2750. That's pretty cool. Hidden between it, it's got Donkey Kong Land. This is kind of weird. They're kind of spread out here. What is this Capcom game? Oh, we got Rockman X4. Okay, sure. Gradius 3, cool little find, 2,200, not bad. I know I'm always looking for like the lowest prices, but even, you know, if you don't do that, the 2,000, 1,000 yen is really not that bad for games that are pretty sought after. I just have the luxury of being a bit more patient. How much is Shin-Chan on the Super Nintendo? Another 1,100 game, yeah, not bad at all. Super cool little focused retro gaming section over here. Look at all these manuals that they have with another hidden Game Boy game. And here they have empty boxes. I mean, they did a great job organizing this and showing it off like that. Really cool to find. Here's a Donkey Kong Country 2 for 500 yen. Oof. That is, I already have this, so I'm gonna leave this for the next guy. But look at that, that's a great price. All right, I'm gonna go take my stash and let's go over to the junk section. So again, not game related, but they have the Studio Ghibli DVD player for 5,500 yen. This thing is really cool. If I'll show it on the screen, it's shaped like a tree, wooden type contraption, and to find it in a box is actually really cool. I almost never run into that. Whoa, look at this. This is a Hitachi CF590T. That is so cool. And look at this old payphone next to it. This is Restaurant and Bar Lease, I guess, whatever that means, for 6,600. This is an actual payphone used back in the day. They had these in restaurants. Some still do, actually. And then you can just make a phone call. So this is kind of crazy. Inside of this Wii graveyard. All right, look at this Famicom, man. It's if it had the eject button, I would have gotten it, but for a modding project, 330 yen in this Wii graveyard. I actually recently bought a Wii for 800 yen and it was listed as working. I haven't tested it yet, but yeah, pretty good score. This is kind of cool. This giant PlayStation 1 flight stick, I guess what it was. I wonder what games this was used for. I always run into this thing for 1615. It's probably working too. And here's this giant Dragon Quest sword. It would have been so cool to get as a kid if you're into this game, and then you can just get the sword. No way, I actually found a PVM. It's so beat up. Look at this. It's absolutely destroyed, and it's listed as, yeah, the buttons and stuff. It just doesn't work. And for 13,000, I'm gonna leave this here. But whoa, I never thought I'd see the day where I find one of these in the wild again. I mean, after the couple times that I did back in like 2010. Look at this big old Hitachi next to it too. Crazy junk section, man. See, I told you it's always worth it to go out of your way and go pretty far out to these junk sections in the middle of nowhere, man. Bro, look at this Snorlax alarm clock. Always fun to go through some of these PC games. And here we have Zako Mini 4. You remember a couple videos ago, I'll link it in the thing, but we found Zako Mini, the convenience store simulation game. I have that at home, and this is part 4, which is pretty cool to find that they have it. And there's so many of these weird ones. Look at this, Sesame Street. Let's make a word. Find love. Maybe not this one. Yup. Really cool. Next to these top loaders, we've got a Super Famicom Junior. This is definitely one of the consoles that I'm still looking for. Actually, they have 2 of them over here. 16,000. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, but that's what they're worth, right? And here's Nintendo's first ever console, TV Game 15. Which is crazy because it's in the box and completely sealed and not junk, fully working. Look at that. That's amazing. Really, really, really cool to find this. It's 14,300, but yeah, really cool to find this. I love their little CRT corner over here. Pretty fun. It's cool, and yes, we're allowed to film here. Pretty nice. It's such a cool little TV. This little Toshiba looks great. This is the unmodded, straight up Famicom going in there. That's, yeah, you'll love to see it. So another cool thing that they have here, not 1 but 2 Pokemon Center GBAs. Look at that. This is the Celebi one and another Pichu version of it. That's crazy. And not to forget, right here, just casually chilling, is the Famitsu Game Boy Pocket. This is one of the rarest Game Boy Pockets out there, next to this Game Boy Light. Really, really cool to find. Look at that. Regular Game Boy Color there for reference, but yeah, look at that. We can zoom now. Famitsu Model F. Crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy to find. All the way in this random hard off, man. Right, I just paid for my stuff. I'll show you guys what I got at the end of the video. Definitely a rainy, cloudy, grainy day. I'm off to the next hard off, and let's see what we find over there. Alright, so I took a train all the way to here. I'm in Shonan. I think this is where Slam Dunk takes place. It's yeah, we're pretty close to Enoshima coastline, and it's cold, but luckily the rain stopped. And yeah, these trips really take me out in the middle of nowhere, man. I'm really hoping this hard off pays off, because this was quite the trip to come out here. I'm probably 2-3 hours away from home at this point. But let's go and see if we can find the local hard off, eh? All right. Apparently the hard off is inside of this mall. I hope it helps. I hope it's as big as this building itself. This building is massive, but I don't know. It's got some other stuff in it as well, so we'll see. Let's find out. All right, their game section is massive. I'm so happy we came here. Look at that. They've got everything, like every single console all lined up, and let's get digging, boys. Look at that. They even have in-box ASCII pads, and they got a couple of them. That's really cool. They're 3,300, but look how many they have. It's pretty uncommon, these things, man. These are such good controllers. And here's the Super Tetris 3 multi-tap. That's kind of cool to find. It's a holding multi-tap, but it's for the 4-player Tetris. That's pretty cool, man. And look at this down here. They've got the Duke Is this the Duke? The giant Sega Saturn controller, 8,800. This massive controller in the box. That's kind of cool, man. So this is the Nights into Dreams one, and then over here they've got a non-branded one for 5,500. Look how big this thing is, man. That's so cool. They just have everything here. I'm so excited. Alright, getting right into it. Let's go for their N64 section. Wonder Project J2 for $13.20. That's actually a really good price. I might put this in the maybe pile. Let's keep this over here next to Ogre Battle 64 and Gambare Goemon. And here's a Bomberman as well for $16.50. They've got the original Mario Kart 64 over here. And then down here, they have the controller version for $27.50. That's not terrible. I guess I should get this variant if we're going for a complete collection, but I'll leave this one here today since it's not that uncommon.
Mario Kart 64いよいよ登場。任天堂64でしか体験できない新しい迫力のバトルレース。2人、3人、4人対戦プレイなら超面白い。マリオカート64ツインカラーのコントローラーとセットで新発売。
A Ocarina of Time. Not a bad price, but also not a super uncommon game, so I'm gonna wait with this one as well. Here they have Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I guess that's what the name is in English. This is a really uncommon find. $27.50. That's nice. That's a fun game. We should really look out for this one in the future as well. Alright, so this is what I mean. Two of the same games, and this one is $5.50. And this one is $8.80. So I get a lot of flack for keeping some of these $8.80 games or 500 yen games, but you can always find them cheaper, especially if they're commons. And I don't know, I just feel like waiting for them. It's a lot more fun if we just wait for the cheaper versions and try to find like a really good deal, right? I guess this box is a bit more scuffed, but I don't really care about that. So I'll put this one back over here and I'll take the cheaper one. Alright, so this is definitely a really cool find. This is the Barcode Battler. This was featured in my Japan exclusive games iceberg video, but yeah, it's the complete set in box for 22,000. That's crazy. This is the Super Famicom version. I featured the Game Boy version, but yeah, it's so cool to find this, man. Look at this. They just have the whole thing. Yeah, you gotta dig through it, but this hard off has quite some exclusive stuff. All right, that's what a crazy game section they have. Let's go to the junk section and see what we can find over there, right? Look how cool some of these laser discs look. This is Evangelion. Man, this is dope. I wish I had a laser disc player so I could just play some of these. This is so cool, man. Yeah, they've got a whole bunch of these, man. I really wish I had a working Laserdisc player, but they're so expensive to find in good working condition, right? Look at all these cool controllers. This is the junk controller, so they're not confirmed working or anything, but look at this. This has been played, man. This was someone's childhood all up in this controller. Look at those stickers. I might get this just for the, just because it looks cool, right? It's kind of a nice little Famicom for 1,000 yen, bit much, but it's a Sega yoke in the back here, and it's the complete Sega Pico. That's kind of cool. Alright, hidden within these Super Nintendo games, I found Samurai Spirits. I actually grew up playing this. A friend of mine had it, and we played it all the time. $5.50, can't go wrong for Samurai Showdown Samurai Spirits. Definitely one that I was still looking for. It's not an N64 game, but hey, I'm not gonna stop collecting other consoles just because I got a mission now, right? So yeah, definitely going home with me as well. Right, so here's our collection so far. We had exactly 10 games going forward. Now with these 3 that we've got off the internet, Kirby 64, Paper Mario, and Super Smash Brothers. Then today's purchases, Puyo Puyo Sun and Tamagotchi makes 5 new games. Those in there. leaving exactly 193 games left to go. Don't forget all the other games that we've had, like Samurai Spirits over here. All right, I guess that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Pretty happy with my score. And don't forget to subscribe and all that other good stuff. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Peace.